Welcome to tonight's edition of HONOO Afterburn. I'm your host, Brick 9mm, as we get ready to see Wild Mike take on Victor Kai. It's Karateka versus Kickboxer. Now, Mike has a very impressive record in HONOO Pro so far with 0 wins, 2 losses. Victor Kai's very even record with 1 win and 1 loss, but that doesn't mean Mike's losing streak will continue necessarily, because Wild Mike has been cheated out of victory each time so far. He is the most wild man in HONOO Pro Wrestling. Of course, that doesn't mean you count out Victor Kai either, because one of those victories is against the Lukas von Hahn, the most promising hybrid fighter on HONOO Afterburn. Now, they seem to be exchanging strikes. Mike seeks to take the lead with 2 devastating strike rushes, one after another, followed by a headlock. Was not locked in for very long, but Jesus! Victor Kai has knocked out Wild Mike! In mere seconds, this may be the shortest match in HONOO Pro Wrestling history. Someone call the paramedics. Welcome back to HONOO Afterburn as Ross Cromley, the boxer, prepares to take on Anton Mikhailov. Now, Anton Mikhailov is a supremely impressive competitor thus far, crippling arms in the name of Mother Russia. He has a 2-0 winning streak thus far, winning each match by snapping his opponent's arm. But now he's focusing on the leg. You see, Anton Mikhailov is an artist on the mat. He does not care which limb it is as long as he hears the bone snap. Of course, part of that may be that he can take Cromley by surprise with those devastating leg locks. This is the primary factor here, because he can't get Cromley down on the mat if he doesn't blindside him. He's a boxer. He knows he's got to stay away from that mat. But Anton keeps skillfully taking him down there. But Cromley has a lot of fight left in him. Of course, fight doesn't matter when your bones are broken, which Anton is aiming to do here tonight with every move. Of course, Cromley has that superior striking ability, but if Anton just keeps getting him down on the mat like that, just keeps wrenching those legs, this could be it for Cromley. He's outclassed. He's got to start being more defensive than this if he wants to last against Anton Mikhailov. He's desperate, but Anton down on the mat with that arm lock, his specialty. Cromley's fighting back. He knows he has to fight back. It's do or die. But Anton down on the mat. Cromley gets out of that potentially deadly cross arm breaker, but here's another. The end of round 1, and Cromley survived. He can get the striking advantage. He's got this one, but Anton just keeps taking Cromley down to the mat. This isn't mat work, folks. It's just taking your opponent by surprise, taking advantage of their holes in their defense. But Cromley has had enough. Anton on the mat. Anton seems fatigued, whereas Cromley still pops up the moment he hits that mat. This match could it be a very close fight if Cromley just keeps firing away with those strikes. 3 uppercuts in quick succession. The sledgehammer to the back of the head. Cromley's taking this seriously now. He knows he has to end this. Now that he's putting the attack on Anton, Anton doesn't seem to stand a chance. The discus punch! Anton takes the first fall. He gets up at the 4 count. Now that earlier limb work cannot be forgotten. He could still revisit those limbs at any time if Cromley lets him, but Cromley is not going to let him. Cromley down in the cross arm breaker once more. Anton takes the Urdaken straight to the face. Cromley's desperate, throwing those rolling elbows, and Anton is equally desperate to get more damage in on those arms. The lift! He was dropped on his head, but he pops right back up with a rolling elbow.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Anton is saved by the bell.
Fight.
Cromley is just firing away with those Urdakens, hoping one hits the mark as Anton gets him in another cross arm breaker. Cromley! He sent Anton flying out of the ring. This is violent. Cromley has had enough with Anton Mikhailov. Anton's limb work just served to add fuel to the fire of Cromley's burning spirit. As Anton manages to get up at the 9 count, another cross arm breaker. Anton's still in this. But for how long? Barely avoids that, but doesn't avoid the discus punch.
1, 2, 3.
Can Anton get up?
6,
He can't get up from this, can he?
9.
He gets up at the 9 count once again. This is insane. Cromley. He knocks Anton down to the mat once again. Anton on the mat. Cross arm breaker. This match. Cromley still has that fighting spirit left in him as he knocks Anton down, but Anton pops right back up. Anton will do anything for glorious Mother Russia. As both men are fatigued, this could be a draw. We might have to leave this to the judge's decision. Cross arm breaker. Cromley. We'll have to ask the judges about this one. In this first ever draw in HONOO history. The judges have reviewed the footage, and it shows that Anton Mikhailov suffered his 3rd and final fall for the TKO just as the bell rang, and thus the victory has been given to Ross Cromley.
蚊が出た、蚊が出た、どうしましょう。また出た、また出た、どうしましょう。
カニは緊張マットです。 カニは緊張マットです。
ほんまかいな、そうかいな。ほんまかいな、そうかいな。
Welcome back to HONOO Afterburn as Midnight Jones enters the ring. Midnight Jones, the young boxer. Tonight he faces Todd Mitchell, the master of the speedrun. Now, Midnight Jones is a young fighter with a lot of buzz surrounding him. Backstage, it is rumored that they're in an intense bidding war. Investors are in an intense bidding war over Midnight Jones, and rumor even has it that they are betting tonight on whether or not Midnight Jones can defeat a man of Todd Mitchell's caliber. A man who can just so casually send his opponent out of the ring like that. Of course, the blatant clash of styles is as apparent as ever, as he is a wrestler fighting a boxer. You can't get him down on the mat for long because he's a heavyweight boxer. You have to work to get them down on the mat for long. Of course, Todd Mitchell gets to work on that immediately with a ground headlock. And another. This is the wall Midnight Jones has to pass to impress those investors. Of course, I doubt he even knows they're talking about him. Because that's just how things work here in HONOO Pro. Both men are now on the defensive, as they should be, but Midnight Jones is getting those tough strikes in there. Todd Mitchell might not even stand a chance, as he gets him in that short uppercut. Midnight Jones gets more aggressive. Todd Mitchell will not be able to keep up, as he demonstrates with each and every punch. Just like that, sending Mitchell down onto the mat. A rush of body blows. Mitchell down on the mat, locks in an arm lock. The end of round 1. Heading into round 2, Midnight Jones has the clear advantage here. But if Todd Mitchell can pull out more moves like that Wakigatame, of course, Midnight Jones is a much more powerful opponent. Going to need more than a couple Wakigatames to conquer Midnight Jones. Like a cross arm breaker. Midnight Jones with a knockout punch, but did it hit the mark?
4, 5, 6.
Mitchell gets up at the 6 count. Mitchell down on the mat, locks in another armbar, but not for long, as Midnight Jones, both men, have shifted into high gear. But Midnight Jones, will Midnight Jones let Todd Mitchell get away with that? No, he will not. Because when Midnight Jones gets going, he is a runaway train, but Todd Mitchell just keeps working on Midnight Jones' arms. Single leg Boston Crab. Most devastating hold we have ever known. But Midnight Jones just punches him right in the face like it's nothing, followed by a barrage of body blows. Who knows if Todd Mitchell can get up from this? Mitchell gets up at the 5 count. But Midnight Jones casually sends him flying down to the mat once again. This could be the end of Todd Mitchell, as Midnight Jones has knocked Todd Mitchell clean out. Who will invest in Midnight Jones? Who will manage Midnight Jones and send him to the top? It's now time for our HONOO Afterburn main event as Lukas von Hahn, the hybrid fighter, enters the ring and prepares to face the wrestler, Ricky Quick. Now, 2 weeks ago, on the very first edition of HONOO Afterburn, these men had an amazing contest. Ricky Quick showed superhuman endurance as he endured ankle lock after ankle lock. Devastating damage. Lukas von Hahn won that match, but was so impressed by Ricky Quick's fighting spirit that he agreed to have a best-of-3 series against him. Now, if Ricky Quick can defeat Lukas von Hahn here, they will face each other once more at HONOO number 2, the second pay-per-view event. Of course, when you have two men, two fighters of this caliber, it could go either way. Will Ricky Quick just fall short of that victory once more, or will he secure will he tie this up? Both men jockeying for position, grappling. These men are skilled fighters, two of the best at what they do. Lukas von Hahn is perhaps the breakout star of Afterburn, but Ricky Quick could be the star just alongside him, as he demonstrates with those quick cross arm breakers. Both men are being defensive here. Ricky Quick seems to be getting the slight advantage as he gets Lukas von Hahn down on the mat, but once you get Lukas von Hahn down on the mat, you leave yourself open to counters like that. Quick working on the arms. But Lukas gets to work on those ankles. That ankle of Ricky Quick. I don't know if lightning can strike twice, or if HONOO Pro Wrestling is where lightning strikes twice. They're exchanging submission holds one after the other, matching each other blow for blow, submission by submission. Lukas von Hahn has that striking advantage against Ricky Quick, but Ricky Quick is being very smart. He's picking his spots. Ricky Quick knows that this is a do-or-die situation, and he needs to fire on all cylinders, as Lukas von Hahn is right now. Naked choke, rear naked choke down on the mat, but for only a second. But Ricky Quick can only take so many of those elbows to the head. It's being a bit more defensive now. But if he can put that pressure on, this match is as good as won for Ricky Quick. But Lukas begins the strike assault, followed by the cross arm breaker. He is showing speed of his own, but Ricky Quick is just as quick. Lukas with another cross arm breaker. The holds aren't being locked in for long, but it's the damage. The damage sustained in that short amount of time is what really counts. As Ricky Quick on the mat with the butterfly necklock. Ricky Quick's burning spirit is on full display here tonight on HONOO Afterburn. But Lukas von Hahn just working away at those limbs. But Ricky Quick with he's got Lukas von Hahn down on the mat. Another cross arm breaker, flying cross arm breaker out of nowhere. Both competitors should be showing signs of fatigue. But no. Both competitors are firing on all cylinders. Ricky Quick locks in another flying cross arm breaker. Lukas von Hahn is showing signs of wear. Those arms, his striking ability has been impaired. Heading into the third round, Ricky Quick seems to have the advantage here, as he He's getting ready to... He tackles, but barely misses the mark. He just tackles the air. If Lukas von Hahn got caught in that, if Lukas von Hahn gets caught in this, it's the arm lock. Ricky Quick. He's taken out Lukas von Hahn's arms, but von Hahn is firing back. The ankle lock. Ricky Quick with the front neck lock. Ricky Quick is hungry. Ricky Quick, his burning spirit gave him the victory over Lukas von Hahn. At HONOO number 2, the series will conclude. Ricky Quick versus Lukas von Hahn 3. Thank you for watching this week's edition of HONOO Afterburn. Good night.